Hi everyone, welcome back. And as you can see from the title, this is my experience working with stray kids. And if you do not like the cut videos, cut story times, then you can just go to my YouTube channel to see the full length video because some people prefer that because yeah, I have to cut them up because of social media. But anyway, let's get into the story. I got this job from one agency, but before I got the job from this agency, I was contacted by another person, and this is the same person that contacted me for the Jin from BTS job that I told in a previous story time. You can check out my channel for that. But yeah, so he asked me if I was available for to dance for the Stray Kids video, but there were practice dates and there were 3 shooting days for the main dancers, but I already had stuff like planned or like confirmed, so I couldn't do the 3 shooting days, which means I couldn't do the practice because like why am I gonna learn the dance if I can't do all 3 shooting days? But anyway, so I had to decline dancing for this video, but I was contacted from another agency to do this video on another day. So for this scene that I'm in, there were 3 shooting days. The first day was for the main dancers. Second day was for a second group to join the main dancers. And then the third shooting day was for my group to join everyone else. And yeah, we weren't sure what we were gonna do yet, but I think we mostly found out when we got there. But anyway, yeah, I already knew who the artist was before, and I know a lot of the main dancers. So, like, one of my friends, we were just like talking about it and then talking about the shoot, and then like they would have to stay overnight, blah, blah, blah. And I remember like I was out with one of my friends when we were talking about it, and yeah, we're just like, oh yeah, Stray Kids, blah blah blah, and gotta practice the choreography, whatever, whatever. But yeah, I was telling my friend like, oh yeah, I can't do it because I have something scheduled, another job. So yeah, I can't do the 3 days consecutively. But yeah, I got confirmed for the last day because that worked with my schedule. So on the shooting day, we meet at a location and then we take a van or whatever to the shooting location. And I don't know, I think it's a little far, not super far, but outside of Seoul. But yeah, so we get to the shooting location and it was kind of raining this day, so it was kind of wet outside. So they bring us to the location and then they bring us to like the waiting area, and the waiting area is this giant room, has tables on one side, and then the other side is like there's a stage, but also there's like the wardrobe team. They have like hangers and stuff everywhere, like tents to change in, all that. So yeah, so when we get there, we find out that we are going to be provided costumes from the wardrobe team. So yeah, while actually we get there, we put our stuff down, and then they're like, "Oh, you guys can like go eat breakfast." Like they have some stuff for breakfast, so we go to eat, and then we come back, and then that's when like we're still waiting a little bit, waiting for because other like I said, there's 3 different groups, 3 different shooting days. The first 2 groups, they stayed overnight, so we're just waiting for them to join us, and then we're waiting for the wardrobe team, I guess, to prepare our clothes because they have to like not just give the other people their clothes, but give us our clothes. And I think they were waiting for our clothes from the dry cleaners, so like we had to wait even longer. Anyway, so I guess there are pictures up right now. Like we had to wear white and like yeah, so yeah, just everyone looked the same kind of, and then they put like a streak of silver on our face to like I'm not sure whose idea that was, but they put it on her face. Anyway, so like there's multiple stuff happening. I'm not sure the exact order of everything because it's like multiple things at one time happening. So I'm like trying to piece everything together. But I know like at some point, like some people are like practicing the choreography, the main dancers practicing choreography, and then at some point, like my friends are also there, not just my group, but the first and second group. I know other people. So like I'm like talking to them. We're just like hanging out, whatever, because there's a long waiting time, like people getting ready, and then like we're just a lot of talking, just having fun, just whatever. At one point during this, I mentioned this in the story time with Jin, like, you never know. Like, sometimes they say, oh, you don't have to dance. And then last minute, oh, you got to dance. So when the second group came, and I know some people in the second group, like, I was talking to my friends, and then they were like, oh, yeah, wait, like, we had to learn a dance yesterday, like, before our shoot. And I was like, what? You had to learn a dance, like, right before the shoot? And then they're like, yeah. And then I think some of them weren't dancers. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then same thing happened to us. Like group 3 people, we just got there that day. And then they're like, oh, you guys have to learn a dance. And then we're like, what? We gotta learn a dance. And in our group, maybe half of the people could dance, but the other half couldn't. So it's like, so we all have to dance. But yeah, we were just curious or like confused a little bit because like they could have told us before the shoot, before this day or something. I don't know. But they told us like a few hours before we had to go on set. But it was just like a really small segment. Like I don't remember exactly, but it was something like that. And then something like that. I think it was like for the end part. And then like the choreographer, they taught us. And then like some of us could get it. And then like I said, half of the people can't dance or like they're not dancers. So like they were kind of struggling with it. We were just like trying to help them, but you can help, but like will it stick? You never know. But yeah, we're trying to help them and stuff. And then I think some time went by, and then the choreographer was like, okay, actually, just freestyle. He was like, you guys will just freestyle. Like when we get to the set, just freestyle. So he was like, you just have to remember the counts so that you know when to pose. So I think there were four 8 counts. I think there were 4 8 counts, and then on the last 8 count, like we had to like pose, 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 like any pose, random pose, but just to the beat. So yeah, since half of us knew how to dance, we were able to count the beats and then pose at the right time. So it was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Like just 5 poses, just like that. And then like we had to freestyle a little bit. The last 8 count, like the last 4 counts, pose, 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 and 1, like pose. And then that's when the song stopped. So like, remember when I said there was a stage in this waiting area? So they wanted everyone to like get their positions and like practice dancing together. And then they wanted group 3 to be on the stage so that they could watch everyone at the same time and see who needed fixing or whatever. So they put us there on the stage, and then everyone else is like on the floor, and then they're like playing the music. Okay, they're like 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're like dancing, dancing the song, just freestyle. I don't remember what we were doing, but I remember it was me and 2 other guys. Like we were half of the group, like I said, that could dance. So me and the 2 other guys, we knew how to dance, so we were comfortable like counting and like dancing and stuff. And then like we were so comfortable with like this, just freestyle to the beat and counting and then posing at the end. We were so comfortable that at one point we just started joking around, like pose, 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 and then our final pose was like Charlie's Angels. Like we were just having fun with it. But yeah, we were doing what we were supposed to do, but we're just having fun with it. But yeah, some people, they still needed help with the counts and when to pose, because like if you don't know how to dance, you're not gonna know how to count and when to pose. Like that's hard. So like I'm not looking at them sideways. It's just like they don't know how to dance, so it's harder for them. But I think they were like, they weren't like mad about it. They're just like trying hard to like, okay, when do I pose? Like at this point or this point, like they're doing their best, the best they could. We practiced this like multiple times, and then at some point they're like, okay, just group 3. So we're on the stage, and then we had to do it multiple times because some people had to hear the song more. And then same thing, like me and the guys were just having fun with it, like just vibing off of each other, whatever. And then yeah, so we do that, and then at some point we're all going to the set. So we have to go to the set, and then the group 3 people. So like on the floor, like the main dancers were gonna be dancing with Stray Kids like on the floor, and then the group 3 people, they put us like around, because there was like a set, like there were different, like there was a lab, there was like a like kind of like a photo darkroom set, which was where I was standing, and then there were like other themed boxes. I think there was ones like an arcade, and then another one, I don't remember. But there were like multiple like boxes, but like they're like different concept. A dark room with like film and stuff, which was where I was standing, which was like right behind the main dancers. At first, we practiced the freestyle. So like at first they didn't put me on the platform. They put me in front of the platform, but they were like, "Oh, be careful because the at one point during the song the platforms are gonna go up." So like just don't get hit by it or like just be careful of it, and then we were fine. So like we were practicing with the music, with the like where everyone's positions were, and they were practicing with like raising the platforms, and then yeah, I was just I don't know, like action, okay, dance, dance, freestyle, freestyle, 2 8 counts, pose, 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 pose. And then like we did that a few times, and then the choreographer was like, actually, I think he saw like what was going on. He was like, actually, maybe no freestyle, just like interact with an object, like be one with the object. Like I'm being dramatic, but it was something like that. Like if you have, let's say for example, because I had like a roll of film or something, they would just like be like theatrical with it, or like just be dramatic with the movements. Whatever object you have, be one with the object and just be theatrical with it, like whatever. So we tried that a few times, and then the choreographer was like, actually, he was like, you know what? Y'all can just like bounce your hands. Like we went from learning choreography to doing freestyle to being theatrical with our movements to just bouncing our hands, waving our hands. So in the final video, if you see us in the background, we're just waving our hands. And actually, you can kind of see me, but I'm in the background. Like when the platform starts going up, you can see me on the platform, but I'm not the main focus. So like you can't really see like my face unless you like zoom in a lot. But yeah, like I was behind the main dancers. I was behind Stray Kids, the group, and then yeah, and the platform started going up. But one thing about me is I'm scared of heights. So when the platform started going up, like I knew the platform was gonna go up, but I was scared of heights. So I was just holding onto the, cause it was like kind of like a box which had like poles in the 4 corners. So I was just holding on the pole and acting like I'm not scared, but I was like, oh, don't fall, don't fall. Just bounce your hands and don't fall. But we still had to do the pose, 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 pose at the end. And they had me with someone else, like another guy. And yeah, like he wasn't a dancer, so like he still like had to get help with the when to pose and stuff. So I think he was getting it the more we were doing it. I think he started like counting in his head or something. I don't know. But like when we had to pose, he was posing. So I was like, okay. So yeah, so yeah, I thought it was funny that they kept changing our group's like role, not really role, but what we had to do, because choreography to freestyle to being dramatic to just bouncing our hands to the beat. But like either way, we still had to pose at the end. And then like we did a few shots like that, and then I think they were just like camera blocking, whatever, like getting the camera situated or whatever. But anyway, so we were all wearing white costumes, and then at some point, the production team, they come with like bags of colored sand or powder, and then they're like, okay, everyone stand in line, boom, boom, and then they start throwing powder on us, not like in an aggressive, angry way, just like trying to get the color to splash around us, like on our clothes. So like we're standing in the line, like one person has a bag of blue, one person has a bag of yellow, orange, red, and they're just throwing us. They're like, okay, turn, throwing powder, and then yeah. So I guess there's a picture us like with powder and stuff. But yeah, so we get colorful, and then like we do some shots with the group of like what we're supposed to do. They're dancing, and then we just have to like wave our arms up and down. And also, I forgot to mention the second group. They're like in the balcony, like on the other floors, but they're on the other floors. Group 3 is like dancing around the floor, the main floor, and then on the main floor is the main dancers and Stray Kids. So yeah, we're just doing multiple shots, different angles and stuff. And then I remember sometimes we would have break times, and I mentioned this in the Jin BTS shoot that I get hot really easily. I get hot really fast. So like in this set, like the air conditioners were like in the back, like opposite side of where we were standing, or where I was standing is like by the entrance. So like it was getting hot. So like every time there was a break time, I would like go to the air conditioner. I would just stand in front of it, like spin around and like try to cool off. But yeah, I would always earlier in the story I told you that I was like hanging out with my friend before like even the shooting started. We were hanging out just out and about in Seoul, and we were talking about the shoot. But yeah, so every time there was a break time on the set, And I would just like sometimes meet up with that friend and talk to her or talk to other friends. Anyway, I remember at one point I was going to find my friend just to talk between breaks, and then I noticed that the choreographer he was looking for someone. He's like, oh, it's like where? And then like I'm going to towards the air conditioner, and then he sees me. He's like, oh, it's you. He's like, oh, come with me, come with me. And then I'm like, oh, what's going on? So yeah, I'm following him, and then they're explaining like, oh, we want to do a camera shot, but we want someone to like get on this platform. They're gonna raise the platform, and then the camera will be over their shoulder, and then like they just want them to like groove to the music with their shoulders like this. And he was like, "Can you do this?" And then I was like, "This?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 like that, like that." And then I was like, "Okay." So remember when I said I'm scared of heights? So we get on the platform, and then it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. So yeah, the camera guy is behind me. I don't think they used this shot in the video, but it was just an interesting experience, and I'm including it in the story because I'm giving you all the details. So yeah, so the camera guy is behind me. They're like positioning me, like telling me move left, move right, like what? And then they're like, okay, like move your shoulder. Okay, they're like, not too fast, just like I don't know. I think to the beat, but just not too much, just like my shoulder. So if this was the camera, then it would just be like that, just over my shoulder. That's the shot they wanted to get, but I don't think they used it. But we did that like maybe once or twice, and then they're like, okay. So I finally went back to the floor because I'm scared of heights. But yeah, I thought that was a nice experience just because I thought it was funny. He was looking for me. He was like, and he saw me, he's like, oh, it's you. But yeah, so during break times, I would go to talk with my friends outside or whatever. And then like there's a video we took outside in front of the place, but I'm blurring the place. I'm not trying to dox anyone, but yeah, we went outside, took like a group picture, group photos and stuff. And I'm looking down as if it's on the screen already, but anyway. But yeah, we shoot like I feel like this shooting day wasn't long, like super long, because sometimes I've done music videos where we had to dance and it was super long. I'll tell that story in the future. I'm not gonna say who it is yet, but I'll tell that story. Ooh, that's a crazy story. But anyway, so yeah, we shoot different angles, different shots and stuff, and then yeah, like I said, you can't really see me in the final edit of the video, but like when we finished shooting, we were done for the day. Like everyone was saying bye and like good job and all that, and like I said, my platform was like right behind the group. So like when I was walking towards the exit, they were there, and then just like saying bye and stuff, like good job to them and stuff, and so nice. They're really nice. I always say this, like this is I think this is my fourth story, my experience with story with a idol group or whatever. So nice. Nothing bad to say about them. They're, I think even between shots, they're like joking around with each other, like real friends do. Like that's what I expect because like they're just normal people like us. So yeah, it was nice to see that side of them, and really nice, professional. Like nothing bad to say about them at all. And then yeah, so we go back to the waiting room, and then I think some people got there first. They started changing first, and like I said, one side had the tables and one side had the hangers and the tents to like change in or whatever. And then like I changed. I think I changed by the tables because there were a lot of people in the tents. So I was like, I'll just change here. Like, ain't nobody care what I'm wearing. Like I had an undershirt anyway, so I was like change my clothes, blah blah blah. And then I go to the other side to like return the clothes and the shoes, and then I run into my friend and she's like, "Oh, I heard the wardrobe team talking. She said that they might throw away the shoes because they got the powder on them. So like technically they're dirty and I guess they don't want to clean them. So they're just gonna throw it away." And I was like, "Oh, they're gonna throw away the shoes." So when we shot the music video, I had like brown beige shoes. Not a fan of them, but yeah, like free shoes, why not? So I went to the wardrobe team after my friend told me that, and I was like, "So y'all gonna throw these away?" I was like, "Can we keep them?" And then they looked at each other. They're like, "Okay, yeah," because they were gonna throw them away. Oh, because they were gonna throw them away anyway. So thanks to me and my friend and me asking them like, "Can I keep them?" Like they're like, "Okay, everyone, you can keep your shoes because they don't want them." So I was telling my friends, my other friends, like, "Keep your shoes. They don't want it. They don't want it." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Okay, free shoes, free shoes." So fast forward a few minutes, like everyone that wanted to keep their shoes kept their shoes, and then everyone that didn't want to keep their shoes, like they put them back. And I saw like some people had white shoes, and I was like, I wanted the white shoes. I didn't want these. these beige shoes. So I took my beige shoes and I switched it with one of the white shoes because, like, if no one wants it, then I'll take the ones that I want. And lucky for me, it was perfect size. And wait, let me show you the shoes. These are the shoes that I got, and they're not like super expensive shoes. They're like the shoes that you zip on the side. But free shoes is free shoes. And I don't know if you can see, but the laces have a bit of orange on them still from, I know they look dirty because I've worn them since the shooting, but yeah, the laces have some orange on it. Like it used to be darker, but I guess the more I wear it, the more it goes away. But yeah, I was happy about that because usually during shoots, oh, I hit my microphone. Usually during shoots, like you don't really get anything. But I'm glad that these shoes got dirty, so that they were like, okay, everyone take your shoes. I was like, yes, because like I'm not a person that would buy white shoes. So getting free white shoes, okay, because I'm not gonna pay for something that I know will get dirty like super fast. But luckily these are doing fine, and I just need to wipe them off a bit. But yeah, there's like a streak here. I don't know. I guess from I don't know. But yeah, the shoes were dirty, so that's why they give it to us. But yeah, I think that's all that happened that day. Something else happened that day, but I don't think I can say. But yeah, that was basically the shooting day. It went by really fast. I'm glad that I had a lot of friends there to kill time, just talking with them, and yeah, a lot of nice people. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else that happened that day. So I guess that's the end of this video. So please like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.